So yesterday I made a bit of a downbeat video talking about why I'm not expecting Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes to be announced and released this year. And of course my opinion on that isn't going to change in the course of 24 hours, but evidence has come out that suggests that maybe, just maybe, a brand new Pokemon game could be announced sooner rather than later. You guys are gonna have to bear with me because, I don't know, this might sound a little bit convoluted and it almost feels like we're just grabbing something out of nothing, but actually, this evidence is pretty decent. So, on the official Japanese Nintendo website, they keep a little archive of the most recent Nintendo Directs and Nintendo affiliated, presentations. A common trend over the course of the last 6 months has been that Nintendo typically remove a previous presentation from this page roughly a week or two before the next presentation is announced. So, for example, before the previous Nintendo Direct that aired in April was revealed, this is what the page looked like. They had a Pokemon Direct shown front and center basically. However, a couple of days before the April Nintendo Direct was actually officially announced, this is what the page looked like. There was an empty slot where the Pokemon Direct previously was. This Nintendo Direct was announced, it aired, it showcased a lot of information on Splatoon, ARMS, stuff like that. So on May 7th, and this isn't coming courtesy of me, this is coming courtesy of a user on NeoGaf, a page featured a lot of Directs. One of them encompassed a lot of information about Miitopia. However, it was removed and now there's an empty slot, meaning hypothetically within the next week or so, maybe even the next couple of days, a brand new Direct could be announced on this page. So why am I clutching at straws and thinking, oh my god, this has something to do with a new Pokemon game? Believe me, there's a very good reason for it. Basically, the official Nintendo YouTube channel have removed the Pokemon Direct from February 26th of last year, the one that announced Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. And while I haven't verified it personally, apparently a lot of the Pokemon Sun and Moon trailers have been removed from various Nintendo channels as well. So, why exactly is this significant? Well, if there is going to be a follow-up game to Pokemon Sun and Moon on the Nintendo Switch, removing any previous Pokemon Sun and Moon related Directs off the official Pokemon YouTube channel could be seen as a form of protection. They don't want brand new potential customers searching brand new Pokemon game reveal into YouTube and coming across these trailers of pixelated game footage from the Nintendo 3DS from last year. They don't want people thinking that these pixelated graphics from the Nintendo 3DS are at all representative of the product on the Nintendo Switch and what the Nintendo Switch is capable of putting out. Thus, removing the Pokemon Direct that revealed Pokemon Sun and Moon last year and any subsequent trailers protects them from that. It's a very good way of marketing. This is a very deliberate move from Nintendo. This Pokemon Direct and some of these trailers haven't just been removed off the Nintendo of America YouTube channel, they've also been removed from the Japanese Nintendo channel as well. So, this brand new slot that's opened up on the Nintendo website, coupled with the removal of last year's Pokemon Direct that announced Pokemon Sun and Moon, essentially have sent the Pokemon community into a little bit of an uproar, speculating that a Pokemon Direct could be imminent this month, announcing a brand new Pokemon game. Is it on the Nintendo 3DS? Is it on the Switch? Who knows at this point, but a brand new game could be coming. May is also a very prominent month for information pertaining to Pokemon. For example, in the month of May, Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Pokemon Platinum, and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were all announced. On top of that, the first real information surrounding Pokemon Black and White, Diamond and Pearl, and Sun and Moon were also released. As an example, the extent of the severity of the announcements, the starter Pokemon and the legendary Pokemon were announced this time last year for Pokemon Sun and Moon. For one reason or another, Game Freak have always typically favoured the month of May for Pokemon related announcements. And could this month see an announcement for a brand new Pokemon game? I really hope so. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below whether you think we could be seeing a brand new Pokemon game announcement this month. Also, let me know what kind of Pokemon game you want to see. Do you want to see a quote-unquote Pokemon Stars, a third version for Pokemon Sun and Moon? Do you want to see a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, however unlikely I think it is? Feel free to let me know. 1,000 likes would be really appreciated for another Pokemon-related video to be uploaded tomorrow. And feel free to subscribe to see more of my future Pokemon news-related videos. Exciting times could be coming for Pokemon fans. Here's hoping. I really hope so. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.